Hi guys. Okay, we're actually filming a video. So there's Stripe. Hold on, let's see if we can get a picture of Stripey. There's Stripey eating her cat food. Okay.
That's Stripey eating her cat food, so we just out here and to take a video and to say hi to you. So you can put it here. It's this right here. Here is my breed right here. Mommy put an eye on me. And now you're like a girl now. So
You always look like a girl, Ash. You always look like a girl.
No, I told them.
Okay, so you're talking to guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let me talk about the subject matter today. Okay, as you know, I don't like the stuff that's going on in the news today. I do not like. Hop off my lap, Ash. Gotta find some good lighting. Okay, yeah. What I don't like, yeah, my camera. We'll get you in there in a minute, Ash, but gotta find some good lighting for the camera to work properly. Okay, so let's just kind of stand right here. Okay, so I don't like the Black Lives Matter movement. I feel like they're just a bunch of crybabies. I also don't like what's happening with the coronavirus. They're saying that the coronavirus is, we're really at the worst. They're saying the state of Florida is in a state of, red alert, where we don't have, we're really like having the worst cases of the coronavirus. So I do have a family member that caught the coronavirus. They only got sick. Ash, put those brooms down before you hit me in the face with them. Okay, so they caught the coronavirus, and it was just like a really bad flu, and they survived the coronavirus. Ash, put the brooms down before you hit me in the face with those things. You're going wild with them. Okay, so anyway, Ash, you want to go sit down here on the, let's just go down to the picnic table before the sun comes out. I don't know if the sun is going to come out on its full beam or not. So anyway, I'm just going to stand back here behind these people's trailer. So Ash, you can go play. Just don't get dirty, okay? She just put that on, that wig on, just for show. Okay, so anyway, what I wanted to say is that, I'm kind of sick of the coronavirus. So I want to talk about what some of the Black Lives Matter people, and there is somebody on here, and his name was Prince Ra, or Prince, whatever his name is. It's not the Prince family that I've been talking about. All these black men always call themselves Prince and King, so royal and all this other type of bullshit to describe themselves. So, but no, this prince is a different. There's some good lighting. It's a different prince from the Prince family that I have been talking about lately. So let me say this. Okay, the man made a video. There we go. There's some good lighting. Okay. The man made a video, and he was saying that he didn't want to be labeled as a black man. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of people in the Black Lives Matters are saying that they don't want to be labeled as black. Okay, now let me tell you this. We do need to have labels on this planet. I absolutely believe in the labels. I think that we do need the labels. We do need to have a way to identify people. Imagine if somebody was committing a crime and we couldn't label the person as black if he was a black man committing a crime. But if it became illegal for us to make those type of labels, then we would be in a state of mass confusion, because we do need to be able to have labels. We need to have those labels, and we need to be able to call people black when it's convenient to call people black. We have to be able to describe certain individuals. And if whoever this man Prince Ra is, or Prince Ah, whatever his name is, you know, he made a video talking about, you know, he didn't want to be labeled as a black man. Okay, so that's not cool with me. If you are so sensitive about being called black, then maybe you need to get some self-respect for yourself, or maybe you need to get some self-esteem for yourself, because there's nothing wrong with labeling a black man black. But a lot of black men nowadays are saying that they don't want to be called black. And then if you try to call them African American, then they say, well, they're not from Africa. They were born in America, so they just want to be called an American. So if the black man was not so insecure and so fucking stupid all the time, then maybe the label black wouldn't be so offensive to somebody that has to wear that label as black. If they're having to wear that label as black, and they say, well, they don't want to wear that label. Okay, well, I'm sorry, sir, but we do need to identify your complexion and your color. You might be brown, you might be light-skinned, but if you are somebody that looks like they're from Africa, then you do belong to the darker race, which is the race of black people. So, yes, I believe in labels. Yes, I believe we need to keep those labels. And yes, I'm going to call a black man black, because it's only black men that I've noticed that's saying that they don't want to be called black. Okay? And they don't want to be called African American. So I'm going to call you a nigger then. How about that one? How about just, I'll call you a nigger. You walk around calling each other nigger all day long. So, you know what? If you don't want to be called black and you don't want to be called African American, then I'll just call you a fucking nigger and just keep it moving. I'm just kidding. Okay? But I'm getting that aggravated with these Black Lives Matter type people that are upset about being called black. It's nothing wrong. It's a color. Although there's a lot of negativity that revolves around the color black. And one day we'll get off into the negativity of the color black. But, you know, it's a long story of how it is so negative to be called black. But, you know, it is what it is. And if you are a black man and you don't want to be called black, well, I guess you could try to call yourself brown. But a lot of these people that are making this fuss are not even brown. Their skin is like pitch black. So they can't even call themselves brown legitimately. They have to call themselves black, because usually it's that type of person that's making a gripe about these labels. So this Black Lives Matter movement is a bunch of bullshit, and I honestly just feel like they're just crybabies. They're really just crybabies, and that's all it is to it. They're not they're crybabies, and at the end of the day, at the very fucking end of the day, yeah, they're just gonna cry about being labeled. And if they were, let's say for example, they were going to be labeled white, I bet you they wouldn't have a problem with those labels, right? But they don't want to be labeled at all. So imagine if you had like a bunch of papers on your desk, and it was illegal for you to label, you know, your bills, your whatever, all the different things that's on your desk, you know, and then they say, oh, it's not proper to label things. Well, you would have a big mess on your desk, right? We got to be able to label things. If you have a black car, we got to be able to label it as a black car. If you got a white car, we got to be able to label it as a white car. We got to have these labels. We got to have them. We can't be fighting about you being upset about being labeled as a black man. We can't be fighting. Hi, Ted. Ted, come on, boy. Here's my little boy talking. Ted. He is actually not mine. He belongs to a beautiful family across the way. Come here, Ted. Teddy bear. Teddy bear. Hi, Teddy bear. Hi, Teddy bear. Hi, Teddy bear. That's my teddy bear. That's my teddy bear.
Hi,
That's my
Daddy.
teddy bear. Hi, teddy bear. And then there's Stripey right there. Hi, Stripey.
Stripey.
Hi, Stripey.
Going.
And that's my kid, the teddy bear. That's my boy. His real name is Titan. He got his little witchcraft collar on. Okay, that's enough saying hi to Ted. Okay, so yeah, we gotta be able to label your black asses. We gotta be able to label you. Don't get mad because you're being labeled as black. You're black, so you gotta be labeled that way, dumbass. Stop being a crybaby. If you don't like being labeled as black, I mean, there's not much you can do about it. Then, okay, we'll call you a nigger. Okay, now you're gonna be mad about that. Okay, we'll call you African American. Now they're mad about that. Oh, they're not from Africa. They're from whatever the fuck. Some of them are saying they're Aztec Indians. Some of them are saying they're indigenous Americans. I mean, look at Teddy Bear. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Watch out, Ted. Okay. Teddy Bear.
Watch out, Ted. You just
Don't throw that sand near him.
You scared me while we're playing.
Well, don't throw that sand near him. So, anyway, yeah. So, yeah, they're just complaining, crying, bickering, upset, mad, sad about being labeled a black man. And it's only black men that are upset about this shit. They're upset about being labeled a black man. Well, if you had something to be proud of, like you had your own continent to be proud of, like Africa, if you could be proud of that, then maybe you wouldn't be so fucking upset about being labeled a black man.
Mom, no, there is sand.
It's okay. So anyway, yeah, labels are great. I think labels are fantastic. And yes, you're gonna be labeled a black man. And yes, you're gonna be labeled an African American. And no, I'm not gonna call you an indigenous African. And no, I'm not gonna call you an indigenous Mexican. And no, I'm not gonna call you a Hebrew Israelite. And no, I'm not gonna call you an Egyptian. I'm gonna call you either a fucking nigger or a goddamn black man or African American. If you act like a nigger, I'm gonna call you that. Okay, now my daughter is far away from here. So anyway, come here, Ash, so you can say bye to guys. Okay, her hands are all dirty. Don't touch me with those dirty hands. Come here, Ash. It's kind of an overcast day today. Ash, you want to say bye to guys?
No, hi.
Okay,
Bye,
come on over here.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Say bye to guys.
Bye, guys.
Okay.
I'm right here.
Okay, so she just said bye to guys. So that's all for now.
Bye.
Oh, hold on.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, actually, you might see him in a few minutes. Okay, that's all for now. So live fiercely, love viciously, and remember, atheism is unstoppable.